Hi, and welcome to another Caldwell Conversation. I have the pleasure today of speaking with one of our high school, or we call it our Rhetoric School faculty. This is Annie Roberts. Annie, will you tell us what you teach here at Caldwell and how long you've been here?
Sure. I teach 9th and 10th grade rhetoric and 11th grade history. And I've been here since 2006.
Wonderful. And you're also a parent.
Yes.
Yes, you have a couple of kids at Caldwell, which
do.
is exciting.
Grammar school.
So unpack for me, what is rhetoric? What's the class rhetoric mean? What is that?
It is the art of persuasion. And so students are learning how to formulate arguments and speak persuasively and to speak eloquently.
That's really good. That's actually why we call our high school the Rhetoric School, because these are unique skills that are emerging during this time frame.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite thing about teaching rhetoric students? What do you enjoy the most?
The thing I enjoy most about teaching rhetoric students is the fact that at this age they're starting to be able to dive more deeply into the big questions of life, and education is starting to become more of a conversation between teacher and student, and that just makes it all the more interesting for me because they cause me to explore ideas and think more deeply as well.
Yeah.
And this is the age when students are just starting to not just learn the grammar and the facts and not just learn the why this happened, but to think about what it means for them, and they're starting to develop their ideas of what they believe as well.
That's so good and important. Public speaking is something that we actually, kind of one of our fortes as a classical Christian school. Why is speaking well an important skill, do you think? And how do we train students to do that here at Caldwell?
Speaking well, I think means, first of all, that you're speaking truth and arguing for what is good. And you're doing that eloquently. And one of the authors we study in rhetoric is St. Augustine. And in his writings, he talks about how it's all the more important for Christians to know how to speak well and speak persuasively, because pagans are armed with this skill of rhetoric, but they are persuading people to believe something that is false and not good. So all the more reason for Christians to be able to be persuasive and eloquent, because we have the truth and we have arguments that are good and true, and so it's all the more important that kids learn how, and all of us learn how to speak well and argue for what is true, especially in this climate that we're in currently today, I think.
And then how do we train them specifically? Kind of give me some thoughts around that.
Yeah, so in my 9th and 10th grade rhetoric classes, in terms of developing the skill of public speaking, is practice. They just get up in front of their classes and give speech after speech. 10th graders do debate, and they get feedback. This is what you're doing well, this is what you need to work on. And then in terms of developing an argument, they're trained on that not only in my classes, but also in all of their humanities classes. They're learning how to create an argument, how to support it with evidence, and how to refute the opponent's arguments in a winsome and eloquent way.
You know, one of the things I really appreciate about how we teach that part is that we also teach them how to be sympathetic with the other person's point of view, so that they can know best how to engage them in that dialogue.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. I'm thinking that there are people watching this thinking, I'd like my child to go to Caldwell for high school, but they don't have training in this, kindergarten through 8th grade. What does that look like for a new student? How do we kind of come alongside them?
Yeah, I would say it might be challenging at first if you're not used to speaking in front of the class, but stick with it, because practice makes perfect. I mean, no one is born a talented public speaker. It just takes practice, and that might mean you're a little bit behind, but you'll catch up.
That's right.
And it's going to challenge you, but it'll be for the better in the long run.
Very good. Annie, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for your thoughts, and thank you for what you do for our students every day to train them, teach them, care for them, walk alongside them. Appreciate you.
It's my pleasure and privilege.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this has spurred you on to maybe reach out to me and schedule a personal tour. I'd love to meet you and invite you on campus to learn more about everything that we offer here at Caldwell Academy.